Thanks for watching. We appreciate you. Please, please subscribe.
First this evening, calling for accountability. Tonight, it is a mother's message. Her daughter, Sydney Ledet, was shot the night rapper Takeoff was killed in Houston.
Our Grace White brought you her exclusive story last night. She's back again with more on this family's story.
What has this been like as a mom to watch your daughter go through this?
Oh, as a mom, it's from the beginning, it's been like she said, it's unreal. It's like Halloween weekend just haven't stopped.
Sakar Lowry remembers the moment she got the call.
Just to hear the words from your child, Mom, I've been shot in my head. You know, like, you're like, what? Like, what are you saying?
On the phone was her daughter, Sydney Ledet. She was at the same private party in downtown Houston where rapper Takeoff was shot and killed.
So you went straight to the hospital. What happened when you got there?
We stood outside in the cold and rain under the carport with the police because we couldn't go in for like 7 hours.
That must have been torture.
It was. The police were trying to be as helpful as they could, but they didn't know, her situation because they were out there with me, and they had to secure the hospital so that if it was a threat to her, not knowing who the shooters were, not knowing if they were followed to the hospital.
She says her daughter was listed at the hospital under an alias for security.
So 7 hours later, you get to your daughter. What did you see?
Basically, the picture that I posted on her GoFundMe is what I saw. She had a tube. To me, she looked like she was dead. Me being a mom. Just something I'll never forget.
Just 2 days before, her mom and her pictured here, celebrating her 24th birthday. She was out celebrating too, the night it all happened, and dressed up for Halloween. This picture taken before the shooting.
The place that it hit in my head, I just feel like it was a miracle.
Where did it hit? Can you point to it for us? In the back?
Yeah, I have a big bald spot right there.
This is not all about celebrity. This is about human beings.
Waverly Nolly is an attorney representing the family.
A private party such as this is something that doesn't occur all the time. Therefore, you should employ more measures than normal because this is not a normal crowd.
Do you want someone to be held accountable for what happened that night to your daughter?
I do, because she didn't ask for that. If you just, I know you can't, you can go to Walmart and something can happen. But if you're out, you're just having a good time, you're in an establishment, I feel like you should be safe enough to go home.
Ledet is home, but life looks a lot different. After a week in the hospital and having her head stitched back together, she's still healing.
There's no planning for any of it. It's no planning with her having nightmares. She was constantly nauseated. She couldn't eat. The anxiety, the constant emotions, just out of nowhere, she's crying.
Ledet has always had big dreams. She's from Houston, but got her Associates of Art degree from the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising in Los Angeles. She started her own jewelry business during the pandemic and says she's always had a knack for being creative.
I do know things happen for a reason. I still have hope for her future.
A future her mom says her daughter deserves, even more now.
And I just know God is so good because he didn't have to keep her here, but he did. So we have to live our life a different way, just being grateful.
Sydney is focused on her recovery, but she knows it's going to be a long road ahead, not just physically, but also emotionally. One of the hardest parts she's dealing with are all the medical bills. At 24 years old, she has no insurance. She says her GoFundMe page is one of the biggest ways people can help.
We certainly wish her the very best. Good to see she's healing physically at the very least.
Yeah. On the road to recovery, but she knows she has a long way to go.
A tough road. Grace, thank you so much. And you can watch
Thanks for watching. We appreciate you. Please, please subscribe.